Welcome, day 15 of the 30-day renewal map. That means that we're halfway through. I hope you've been having a good time with these lessons and really making them your own. So that's my greatest wish for you. Even if you're extending the time, remember, you don't have to do, even though I am dripping out one lesson every day, you don't have to be on that plan. You can take your time and really ingest each of the lessons, especially if there's one in particular that speaks to you, and take it from there. So yesterday we started talking about blocked emotions. So I'm shifting a little bit for the time being into really healing modalities. So I'm a Reiki teacher and a spiritual healer. I also do cranial sacral therapy. All three of those modalities work with the energetic system, even the Alexander technique, because the Alexander technique is a hands-on technique. And so as a teacher, I begin, or we all begin, to really listen for energy, and particularly for blocked energy in the body. It's almost as though my hands intuitively are guided to the places that we're holding, that my client is holding stuck energy. So today I wanted to share with you something that I actually first learned about in a book called Ask and It Is Given by Abraham-Hicks. Abraham is a channeled entity and channeled by Esther Hicks. And it's very popular. It's been very popular in the law of attraction movement and the law of attraction coaching. So let me just explain a little bit about the law of attraction. So very simply put, we are attracted to the thoughts, feelings, and actions that we've already been doing. It's kind of a default energy of the ego structure to feel safe, to feel like we want to do things the way that they've always been done. But what happens if you have some blocked negative energy in your body from a previous shock or trauma that you've experienced? Remember, trauma can start from the most seemingly minuscule experience. It's just how we, especially as children, understood those experiences and internalized them. Very often, children before the age of 7 internalize especially negative energy or anger from adults, and certainly, abuse, anything more challenging than even, raising one's voice. But the child often thinks that they're responsible for the parents or the older person's actions, and they get confused. They hold on to that energy, and it's been determined that that energy can be held on to for decades, really one's whole life. So part of your healing process is to be able to start to identify those blocked emotions in the body. Yesterday, I was describing how much we can do on our own by just really quieting ourselves, getting centered, really opening to that inner voice, inner wisdom, and really listening for where in the body we're being attracted to, and then allowing the mind and the thinking mind to become more aware of what you're feeling and sensing in the body. So this is also, by the way, one of the cornerstones to meditation and mindfulness practices. The idea with mindfulness practices is we become very present to ourselves in this moment now. And that whatever starts to kind of bubble up is okay. The thoughts that bubble up are just what happens. We can notice them and we can come back to our breath and allow them to just fall away. And as long as that process takes, that's our meditation practice for that day. Whether it's 5 minutes, whether it's 20 minutes, whatever you choose to be really listening and going very deeply into your own inner wisdom. So that's where you're going to connect with source. That's where you're going to connect with the higher energy. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I want to introduce you to what we call the emotional scale, which once again, I learned originally from Hicks. And I hope this, this chart is not backwards, but if you can see the chart, I think it is backwards actually. So I'm going to put this as a PDF in the download so that you can see it. But what we want to do is start to rise on the emotional scale. In other words, bring our vibration up. I'm going to just state a few of the very, very lowest vibrations. She's got 22 of them. So the lowest vibration possible is the vibration of fear, grief, depression, despair, and powerlessness. It is a default energy that we kind of hold on to and fall into on the lowest level of that vibrational scale. Now, when I talk about vibration, I'm talking about energy and managing your internal energy. So we beings, all things are energy. Everything is energy. If we like opened the body to what it really is on the quantum level, on the micro level, we would be kind of, open clouds of space. And there's a lot of space between each of the molecules. So if you think about the atoms in the body, we're like huge expanded spirit beings, but we condense, we densify, and we feel ourselves and recognize one another as, tangible material beings standing and walking on the earth. And that's a good thing too. So I'm diverging a little bit from the energetic plan, but just to speak about energy and become more aware of your vibration. That's what today's lesson is. And I really can't emphasize enough at how incredibly valuable it is to practice raising your vibration. So now I'm going to go up the scale a little bit. We have insecurity. A little higher than that is jealousy. Higher than that is hatred. Hatred is higher than jealousy. More high vibrational energy. Revenge is higher. Anger is higher. Discouragement, blame, worry, disappointment, overwhelm, frustration is right about in the middle of the chart. Irritation and frustration and impatience. They vibe right about the level of the 10th on the emotional scale. Then we start moving up and really holding a higher energy. First, pessimism, boredom, and then we start to move into the beautiful energies that we want to really start being able to hold. Now, if you're already doing that, power to you, because life happens and a lot of things happen in life that, really shoot us back down into that depression or grief or fear. So you want to keep rising your vibration as much as possible. We have contentment, we have hopefulness, optimism, positive expectation and belief, enthusiasm, eagerness, and happiness. Passion is number 2, and the highest vibration is joy, appreciation, feeling empowered and free, and being love. So just hold with that energy with me for a few moments. Breathe it in, take it in, and allow yourself to imagine what it must feel like to even raise your emotional vibration a little bit. Say you're waking up, at 5 in the morning with kind of a niggling negative thought. See if you can take that into the body and not take the thought into the body, but come home to your body and see if you can come more fully into the present moment, because those thoughts are often about the past, their fear, their worry, their concern, their anger about the past, or maybe their worry and anxiety about the future. Could even be financial, could be yourself or your children's health. So we're often in that realm of worry and despair and concern and irritation that comes from those kinds of emotions. We want to bring ourselves present, feeling the sensations, really coming fully aligned, fully present with your own true sourced energy, so that you're not falling into those default vibrations. And then start to see if you can just raise your vibration one little bit and see what that, just feel and see, taste and smell what that might open up for you. I know sometimes it's a very tall order. I want you to really make this piece your own. This is more intangible aspects of our renewal, and they will ultimately take you on a journey of more and more peace and more joy and appreciation, and ultimately being connected to compassion and love, first for yourself and then for others. Okay, this is Diane. Take care.